in training, which is good. I'm Catherine Conley, a.k.a. KC, with Joe DeVerns, a.k.a. Joe Dez, Justin Ferreira, a.k.a. the Sportsmaster, Lucy Cabral, a.k.a. Paparazzi, and Dominic Damiano in studio.
Does everyone have all the scores?
I got my half. Yeah.
Hey, everybody. Great to be back in studio. Yes, we have Joe on the boards over here.
Yeah, I'm doing the boards
Still learning.
again.
This is awesome. This is awesome. So, we do have a guest coming in at 12:30, yes?
Yes, we do.
Excellent.
Now I'm on.
Excellent.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I got you, Dom.
I know you did. What'd you call him? Joe D?
Joe Dez.
Joe
Yeah,
Dez.
Joe
I
Dez.
love it.
Nice.
I love it.
My headphone isn't plugged in.
I think that's awesome.
Yep, so we have Coach Furtado. We had him on the year they won the, soccer championship, the soccer. I had to come in my mouth.
Oh, boy.
All right, I feel better. He's coming in with one of the seniors. I don't know which one it is. So he said he'll be here. I'm thinking there's a clock in there. He'll be here at 12:30. So I thought we could knock out of the way real fast some of the results from from Friday night football, and we rounded up the winners in boys and girls soccer, field hockey, and golf. You know, just naming the winners. Otherwise, we'd be here forever. But they have hinted around they do want us to do a 2-hour show. I don't know whether the hour's available if we have one to do it.
Wow.
All right, yep. All right, so why don't we do this? Why don't we fire up the music? We'll get that going. So I'll start it off, and then Joe can finish off, and then the Sportsmaster will end it, and like he always does. All right, so that one you always want. It's the other one.
Okay, it's CP.
Oh yeah. So all right, so there's music on.
Yeah.
All right, so that's us. There we go.
There you go. Awesome.
There we go.
And are you ready?
Yep.
All right, so here we go. Here's Friday Night Football. I'll continue. Then Joe will be our what do they call the guy in the middle when you do the track and field, the 4-man track event? The big guy that does all the guy in the middle does all the running.
4x some.
I forget what it's called. I blew that.
There's a name for that.
I blew the joke. All right, so here we go.
Joke.
Bay State football action. Natick over Walpole 13-7. Weymouth over Newton North 34-0. Stoughton gets by Braintree 27-26. King Philip over Needham 30-6. I apologize if I repeat some scores. Cape and Island Conference Plymouth North over Dennis Sherman 12-10. Reading beats Barnstable 18-14. Mashpee beats Nantucket 28-6. Hopkinton beats Nauset 19-8. The Martha's Vineyard Bristol Plymouth game was postponed because the Bristol Plymouth kids had COVID. That game will be replayed.
Not good.
No, not at all.
That's not good.
Norwell over Archbishop Williams 34-4. Bishop Feen blanks Attleboro. They win the Attleboro Crown, beating them the City Crown, beating them 34-0. Hull over Cardinal Spellman 28-19. Winthrop over Austin Prep 23-21. Central Catholic over Atlantis Charter 42-6. St. Mary's over Bellingham 62-14. Old Rochester over Bishop Stang 32-10. Hockomock Quincy over Oliver Ames 21-13. Foxborough Whitman Hanson 38-0. Stoughton again beat Braintree 27-26. King Philip over Needham again. I apologize 30-6. Norton over Canton 19-10. And in 2 overtimes, Mansfield beats North Attleboro 31-29. And again, Bishop Fan blanks Attleboro over Bishop Feen over Attleboro. I'll get it right the second time. Maybe the third. Franklin over Brockton 37-7. Taunton beats Durfee 26-0. Marshfield and Patriot League, they beat Methuen 34-3. Hingham over Arlington 21-14. Duxbury over Scituate 26-7. That came down to 5 minutes left in the game, and Scituate had a chance to win the game and fumbled the ball on a 2-point conversion. Yeah.
That's crazy. Dang.
Hanover blanks. East Bridgewater 34-0. Pembroke beats Cohasset 13-6. And continue on, here is Joe DeVerns.
Okay, I'll be starting off with the Patriot League with Plymouth South defeating Dighton Rehoboth by a score of 30-14. Quincy overtook Oliver Ames by a score of 21-13. Rockland overtook Silver Lake by a score of 14-6. And Foxborough defeated Whitman Hanson in a shutout of 38-0. Moving on to the South Coast League, Plymouth South defeated Dighton Rehoboth by a score of 30-14. Seekonk defeated Sharon with a shutout of 28-0. And Abington continued the trend of shutouts, defeating Apponequet by 35-0. And Carver defeated Case in another shutout, 7-0. Moving on, we have Dartmouth versus Greer, New Bedford with another shutout, 35-0 in Dartmouth's favor. And continuing the trend of shutouts is Dimon with a win over Bourne, 30-0. Next up, we have West Bridgewater defeating Fairhaven by a score of 33-27. And following that, Old Rochester overtook Bishop Stang by a score of 32-10. In the South Shore League, Hanover shut out East Bridgewater by a score of 34-0. Pembroke overtook Cohasset by a score of 13-6. Rockland defeated Silver Lake by a score of 14-6. And Norwell defeated Archbishop Williams by a score of 34-24. Continuing on, Mashpee defeated Nantucket by a score of 28-6. Abington shut out Apponequet, as I mentioned earlier, by a score of 35-0. Carver overtook Case by a score of 7-0. Millis lost to Randolph by a score of 36-20. Hull overtook Cardinal Spellman by a score of 28-19. Moving on to the Southeast League, Zavarian defeated Bridgewater Raynham by a score of 35-14. Franklin overtook Brockton by a score of 37-7. Taunton overtook Durfee with a win by 26-20. Following that, Dartmouth defeated Greer, New Bedford in another shutout by a score of 35-0. Moving on to the Tri-Valley League, Ashland defeated Concord Carlisle by a score of 28-7. Norton defeated Canton by a score of 19-10. Hopkinton overtook Nauset by a score of 19-8. Randolph continues on by defeating Millis by a score of 36-20. Dover Sherborne overtook Nipmuc by a score of 28-7. St. Mary's had a big win over Bellingham by a score of 62-14.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, that's crazy. I've never seen a score that high in football like that. Then Dedham defeated Medfield by a score of 23-3. And moving on to the final game for my page is Holliston defeating Medway by a nail-biter with a 35-34 score. Now we're going on to Sportsmaster Justin Ferreira.
Okay, here are your winners from Friday night. First in boys cross country, Bay State Conference, Framingham and Needham. In girls cross country, Bay State Conference, Framingham and Needham again. In field hockey, Marshfield, Monomoy, Dennis Yarmouth, Sandwich, King Philip, Staunton, Franklin, Silver Lake, Women Henderson, and West Bridgewater tied 3-3. Westwood, Holston, and Norwood. Boys golf winners, Middleborough, Durfee. Boys soccer winners, Walpole, Framingham, Middleton, Nantucket, Nauset, Franklin, Foxborough, Cardinal Spellman, Hingham, Plymouth North, Marshfield, Dighton Rehoboth, Norwell, Abington, Milton, Hawkington, Medway. And finally, with girls soccer winners, we have North Attleboro, Concord, Carcelin, and Needham tied 1-1. Also, Milton and Sharon tied 3-3. Bishop Stang, Archbishop Williams, Bishop Freeham, St. Mary's, West Bridgewater, Diamond, Blue Hills, Women Hanson, Plymouth North, Hingham, Silver Lake, Norwell, Hull, Mashpee, Apponequet, West Bridgewater, and Medfield.
There you go, Justin.
Good job, Jay. Good
Thanks.
job. And those are all the winners that Jay was reading. I was trying to just break it down because I got here late. I got a late jump coming in here today, so I thought it'd be just mention them. We'll just mention them. So you know what? I was thinking the thing I was thinking about Joe being the middle guy, isn't that called the anchor?
Anchor.
Right,
Anchor
the-
thing,
right,
right, you
Putting
got
out
that.
things
Right,
You
there.
got
track
that
and
right.
I meant track and field. I said cross country. I meant track and field. And that would make what do they call the guy at the end? The anchor is the middle guy. Is the anchor?
I actually don't know.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't know.
I heard of the name though. I get that much right.
I know there's called.
When you said anchor, I was thinking of like the type on a boat.
Yeah. I know there's a name. I know they have so much analogies for
I
so
know
many
there's
different sports.
I know there's like 4x400 where there's 4 people like running like then
And they pass the
it.
baton.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm
it
saying,
is.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mess it up. I try to get the lead. These two guys finish, and we win the race. That's how, you know what I mean? That's how.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I meant. I just couldn't think of the analogy of the right name. Oh, boy. But, yeah, Coach Furtado over at Brockton High, I had the pleasure of doing their first television game for Brockton Access TV on the
Oh,
YouTube channel.
okay.
And there is not one bad. I mean, you guys saw some of the game. There's not one bad kid on that team. They don't have. I mean, you think that, you have to put this kid in. I don't know how he motivates them. They all, they know what they have to do. They're at practice. I'm saying, well, these kids are just going to goof off. The coach isn't there. They grab a tennis ball and they start playing like that bag game where you kick it with your foot. What's the name of that?
Like hacky sack?
Hacky sack, yeah. Is that what you guys call it? Hacky sack still? Is that what they call it?
Yeah, it's called hacky sack.
Yeah.
I really don't know.
So they're doing that, and then when he gets there, he brings out the ladders, like the football ladders, and they're doing that, and and I'm saying, wow. I was like, wow, these kids are on a mission,
So that was quite a game, huh?
Oh yeah, it was great. Did you have a chance to see any of it?
I saw a little bit of it,
Yeah.
but I just didn't have time, so.
No, I just thought it'd be cool to get some notes. I tried to,
Absolutely.
I tried to. I thought, you get to see the team, see some of the players that stick out. You can ask him about that. We already had the privilege of his sex. So he came in 2016, Joe, and he won the state title in 2017. I know he played pro soccer somewhere. I forget where it was, but that was in the old WARA studios.
Oh, okay.
That's what. Do you remember him? You will once you see
I
him.
will once
when
he,
you see him.
steps foot in the studio. So hopefully he's bringing a team member.
Yeah, he is. He said he's going to bring one of the seniors, and he's
Excellent.
at practice right now. So
Yep.
he says practice is over. So he's driving down here now. So if we can get him, just get something going, then
That would be great.
I got stuck doing. I didn't get stuck. So this is what happened. My great nephews wanted me to coach flag football, so I got roped in.
Oh.
So that
That's
starts
right, I
next.
forgot about that.
Yeah, that starts next Saturday. So if you guys want to start calling out and whatchamacallit, I mean, you know how to do the feed now. So I can do all the video editing. We just got to try to get some more people
Gotta
in.
get somebody in here.
Yeah,
Yeah, we have Coach Tom now. It's gonna be cool.
yeah, that's what it used to be called back in back at Bristol Plymouth. So you know what? I went from. I'm going to say this in a nice way. Freshman kids, I'll just say, I had a bad name, I had a bad word in my head, to 7-year-old and kindergarten, 7-year-olds and kindergarten kids that are like on sugar, like a big sugar rush, and they run around, and the NFL gives them the flag football shirts. So I went from, okay, let's run a play, and I'm like, oh my God, that's right, they're only kindergarten. And then, they look up, they go like this. What's your name? Nose to nose. My name's Joe. What's your name? You know what I mean? Stuff like that, right? Nose to nose, and then they start all of a sudden. So they don't have the Velcro flags. The NFL bought them. These one that pops out. It goes like that. So everyone's like, I'm like, oh, there goes that tackle drill.
Oh, boy.
Right? So you're trying to teach them how to tackle. So then, because they don't have a concept with how wide the field is. All right, so one kid's in front of the other one. I say, Justin, go grab Catherine's flag, right? So Catherine has a football. So what does Catherine do? She doesn't run straight. She runs to the left, like right around the big soccer net, completely out of our practice. And then it would be Justin trying to chase and trying to grab the flag. And I was like, oh, this kid's on his way to West Bridgewater right now. This kid, and the other kid, and my nieces are laughing. My brother's comes out. My brother's was a hockey player. And I'm like, don't come out here. You know nothing about football. You really don't. That's, you know what I mean? Oh, let me come help you. I'm like, oh my God, okay.
So you got roped into this.
I got roped big time. I got practice on Tuesday, and my mind said, yeah, we're going to go. I'm like, I might as well run sticks and rocks and put them on the ground. Joe, you're the stick. Catherine, you're the rock. Lucy, you're the other stick. Justin, you're going to be the pebble, and this is how we're going to run the play.
they're all
it's a free for all. There's no really coverage. You can rush, but you rush 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage, so they rush in if they want to rush in, and then they just throw the ball up for grabs. Whoever comes down with it, comes down with it. So, and of course, when the kid caught the ball, like, hey, caught the ball. I'm like, yay, this is so exciting. I'm glad I signed up for it. But I'm glad I am. I'm glad. I'm just trying to, I have to get my mindset with the things going on work, and then, I go do the kindergarten and the first grade thing. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, a little bit of a jump there.
Right.
Well, maybe we can get you and some of the kids in here.
Oh, we could. I mentioned that to the director.
All right, let's do it.
But now that I had my first practice,
Oh, boy.
we could actually probably do a live feed. We could probably do a live feed from, they play on Saturday, and they play over at Southeastern. I don't know why, but that's where they play. They play over at Southeastern on Saturday.
Southeastern
Regional in Easton.
in Easton.
Yeah, in the
Okay.
regional school. But the practices at the East Bridgewater YMCA.
Okay.
So I know, right? And then they got the cool shirts. So again, to talk about their shirts. So they got we're the Cowboys. We look just like the Cowboys. Says flag in the back.
Yeah.
Then you can turn them out, and then they have the white Cowboy flag shirts on.
That's sick. Did that NFL actually give them those? That's awesome.
I think so. I think so.
Wow.
I was trying to look for like
So the
a
NFL is
youth
their
triple X
sponsor?
large, but they didn't have one in the bag. I was like, there's a medium, there's a small. They're gonna need like, I'm thinking kids like they got like a triple
old are
XL.
they?
They're kindergartens in
Oh my
7th grade.
Goodness.
Yeah, that'd be the coolest thing as a
It's so
kindergarten getting
cute.
sponsored by the NFL for your
Right,
jersey. That's so
right.
sick.
Yeah. Well, they probably put in
Wow.
for it, and they sent all the shirts and the hat.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm so used to it in the high school football. You got these two volunteers from the high school, and they got two size footballs. They're all deflated. And he says, "Oh yeah, let me grab this football." And the kid looks at me and says, "One of the kids is directing the thing. Oh no, coach, this is yours. The little blue one, like the little blue one." I'm like, "Oh okay, yeah, it's straight young kids." So it's starting to sink in. So then some of the parents show up late, and my brother's watching. It's his grandkids. He's watching me practice, and one of the parents, "Hey, who's the coach of this team?" "The fat guy over there in the corner." Oh, nice, right? Isn't that nice?
Great.
Oh, fantastic.
Real supportive there.
I've been he's been like that for 55 years of my life. Oh, too bad.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah, I'd love to have him in here.
we could do something. I mentioned that to
Definitely.
him. So how would we do that? We could do that. Well, if they play on Saturday, so that's going to be tough. Oh, we get the bye. That's why I'm here today. That's right. We had our first bye
Oh
week.
my goodness.
So I was looking at the other coach I have is my niece's ex-husband. They get along perfect. So he says,
All right.
well, no, they do. They really do. So I looked at him. I said, well, we should have a practice because we don't have a game. And I looked at him. He looked at me. I'm like, no. What are we really going to get out of this practice when the little guys,
Right.
all they want to do is, camaraderie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, exactly. They're not really in it just to go practice at that
Right,
age.
right.
Right. So the pass routes are take 10 steps, turn around. Look, now it's going to be run to the left 10 steps, run to the right 10 steps, and then I guess the center can go for pass. There's so many different rules and all that you can't self hike. Do we have time for a break?
Yeah, I've been waiting for a break to come up, but it's just not.
Did you hit the light? Is the light flashing?
The light is not flashing. There we go. Light is now flashing.
All right, so we should. This is Coach calling me right now.
All right.
Hold on. So if you want to go to a break, I don't know if you can go to, or just hit the music for a little bit. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Hello. Coach, are you here?
Okay, you good? Are the mics off?
Welcome back from that break. We are back for 4 Deep Sports Talk in the station 1320 WARA. I'm here with KC, Catherine Conley, Justin Ferreira, the Sports Master, Dominic Damiano, and Lucy Cabral.
So this is officially a free-form Saturday. So Coach Furtado just called me, and he is just getting done with practice. And by the time he gets on here, the show will be over. So we're going to try to do something next week with him or the week after. And then I'll still try to schedule. If you guys, we're still waiting to hear from Coach Brewski, right? So,
Yeah, I'm going to send her another email and talk to her in person now because I can actually see her at school. So,
oh, that'd be cool.
yeah, so we're going to
That'd
get
be
her in within
great.
like 2 weeks. I
She'll
think.
be cool with that, right?
Yeah, she will.
Yeah.
We'd love to have her in.
Yeah,
here,
she already
you know?
says she'd come on for an interview. It's just the fact that the timing didn't line up right.
Yeah.
Yep.
But we will have it now because it's volleyball season. I think they're 2-0 or 3-0 so far. So
Nice. Oh, that's a good
Wow,
start.
really?
that's a
That's,
great interview.
that would be a great
And
interview.
bring some players.
Yeah,
in
tell her to bring some
also.
players.
Yeah, exactly. I
Absolutely.
will. Then, Dom, should I start the red button up?
Yeah, hit the red button. So that should take us into our. Just make sure you move the mouse away from it, so it won't flash. So that should take us into close to our next break.
Okay, nice.
Right. So we should have hit it. So next time, just remember to hit. You'll get it. Trust me,
Yeah,
you'll
no,
get
it
it.
just takes a little time.
I'm surprised Catherine isn't yelling at you about it. Catherine's in thought over there. What are you in thought about? What's going on?
She looks deeply in thought.
Deeply in thought. You're not thinking of
You
the
know,
week
we
of
are
work,
gonna,
right?
No.
We
No,
have a
I'm-
little celebration after the
Yeah,
show.
a little.
you know?
Yeah, a little one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Casey's birthday was a little bit ago.
Dun,
Yeah.
da-da.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gotta have cake, you know.
That's right. So does your mom get a kick out of hearing you on the radio and all the crazy stuff we do?
Oh yeah, she loves it. Every time that you
Really?
say that I gotta do my chores or something, she brings it up to me after the show.
Does she?
Every single time. It's funny.
Well, it only started because he said he had to do some things. He was running late, so I was thinking, being the wise guy that I am, he's gonna do his chores. So, you know what I mean? So that's funny. Does your dad listen too?
Yeah, no, all of my family does. Even my, I think my grandpa in Florida right now is
Oh,
gonna listen
that's
to it.
awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
Give him a
like-
shout
Yeah,
out.
we're gonna
That's
change
awesome.
that. I'm gonna actually change the link because the link I have us on TuneIns, but there's another link that WARA uses that we can use. I'm gonna add that to
Yeah, definitely.
the IP address to that and make it a lot more user friendly because I think sometimes they ask you to pay and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I mean, but I don't know. Just I'm just trying to make it easier for everybody. But yeah, have your parents and your friends spread the word that we're out here.
Yeah, no, I will.
Hopefully you'll come back. You will have you for the summer, and then when you go to school and you come back on your freshman year from college, hopefully you'll come back and help us out again until
No,
you.
I will for sure. Every summer that'll be a sitcom back here. This is great.
Yeah. Hopefully next year we'll get more into play-by-play with like we used to do the baseball games.
Yeah.
Right. That'd be fun to go back and do that.
Okay, we got like 35 seconds till the next break, just so you guys know.
Is it? What time is it right now?
12:25.
12:25. Yep.
All right, so we'll just take one more early break, and all you can hear is just babble on. We'll me babble, you talk. So, right. All right, so we will step away. We'll try to step away. Make sure I told Joe the right thing to do. You are listening to 4 Deep Sports Talk here on the news station, 1320 AM WARA, and online, all one word, 4 deepsportstalk.com. We'll be back with more right after this.
Welcome back to 40 Sports Talk 1320 WARA. I am with KC, Catherine Conley, Dominic Damiano, Justin Ferreira, the Sportsmaster, and Lucy Cabral. Right now it's a free-form Saturday. Just said the scores and the winners of a few games over the last week, and now we will continue with a little bit of free-form.
Absolutely. So to touch on the football games I know of, I think Stoughton and Braintree, that was an upset for Stoughton, Stoughton being the smallest school. So then Duxbury is the team that beat the crap out of Bridgewater Raynham last weekend. And then Scituate starting. So what they do in Duxbury is they do a lot of off-season training in football, from what I hear from out there on the other side of Route 3. So those kids are always ready to go with high school with football. And then I think Scituate's starting to do the same thing. And the athletic director did a great job when we were trying to get scores. So I was sitting in my car as all the traffic was leaving Brockton High, and I was just like loading games. And my other buddy, Nate Rollins from the Whitman Hanson Express, he's giving me scores. And then Tom Joyce is giving me scores. And I was just like, oh, this is good. So we're like the first one. I mean, it's out there, but now it's to our audience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and I was thinking, I would love to do something where someone would do that for us and have a number where they could call in and check on scores.
That'd be pretty cool, actually.
You know what I mean?
That's a good idea, Dom, yeah.
It'd be nice, but I don't know. What do we hire someone from the Philippines to stay up that late to post the scores? You know what I mean? Because, I mean, a friend of mine's friend, his sister that's in the Philippines, she works for a company in Las Vegas. So that poor girl is up till 1 o'clock in the morning because it's West Coast time, and she's doing quotes, and then she's also a school teacher, and yeah, exactly, and she has a little kid.
That's crazy.
So she's trying to do that, and she's telling her brother, I can't do this anymore. So this is crazy. But they're only paying her $4 an hour.
What?
Jeez.
Oh yeah.
What? That's not that much
$4 an hour.
That's not right.
That's what I told him. I'm like, I'm like $4 an hour. I mean, that's crazy, you know. But
especially staying up till 1 a.m.
yeah,
just get $4
exactly,
an hour. That's
exactly. Crazy. And then he tells me, gee, my sister looked kind of bloodshot. Gee, I wonder why. You know. But yeah, I know I'm jumping around. I apologize. But that was that Duxbury game. Franklin looked really good. I was telling Joe a little bit. They had the smallest guy. They get their I guess Franklin is a big Italian town. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I didn't realize that either.
Yeah. So the is it Rune? I'm trying to remember how to pronounce that kid's name.
Yeah.
The other kid was easy, the running back. His name was Gully. I got that down. So, the linemen were like 225 pounds and 6'2", and these kids were like really quick. And I'm talking to the coach, and I'm looking up at their linemen like, oh my gosh. You know?
Yeah, so Franklin looks like they're going to be a good team this year?
I think Franklin's going to be good. I don't know how. I don't think King Philip, though they beat up on Needham, so that's going to be interesting. So that'll probably decide, I think. Now Taunton is like a sleeper. Taunton has won 2 in a row. They've beaten New Bedford, and last night they beat Durfee, the two teams from the new Southeast Conference.
Yeah, dang.
So that's going to be interesting, but. Time will tell.
Yeah, I'm actually reading this post on Twitter.
Yeah.
That's from NASPN, which when North lost Mansfield 31-29, and what could be the game of the year in the Hockomock.
Yeah, I totally agree with that too. That was the other one I was
Yeah.
going to mention. That was like the Duxbury Scituate game out of the Patriot Conference. That came down to extra point to win the game.
Dang, yeah, if they're saying it could be the game of the year, second weekend of the season.
Imagine that.
Yeah, there's
That's
no way
crazy.
That game's not insane.
I think that, and they thought that game and the Duxbury game were definitely the games of the week. Those are two big games. It's going to be funny to see how those not big schools, but how those schools answer back. You know what I mean? Whatchamacallit was, I think North Attleboro was 1-1 because the new king of high school football in Attleboro is Bishop Fane.
Yeah, they've been insane this year. They're already 2-0. They have so much depth on their team is a crazy thing too to me.
And they're well coached.
Yeah, no, their coaches are really good this year. It's Coach Pinnabella, Coach Brewski, even more coaches, Coach Keenan,
Oh,
just
wow.
numerous, yeah.
Yeah, probably a lot of volunteers. Now, unfortunately for Coach Zach Patello from Whitman Hanson, he has yet to win a game.
Oh, wow.
They are 0-2. They lost to Foxborough last night, and they lost last week to their Patriot League rival Hanover. And I think that was a little bit closer game. I know they scored, but I forget the exact score of the game. So
Who is this?
the Whitman Hanson football coach, Coach Patello.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll be a
Zach.
big test for him
Zach,
to get his
yeah.
team
Zach.
back.
Coach Zach.
Yeah, after a shutout like 38-0, I think it's gonna be a real test of his coaching to get his team back.
Oh,
into
yeah.
it, for sure.
Yeah.
But if he does get back and wins the next game, his team will be hyped. I think that'll
Right.
be connecting them a lot deeper after that.
I'm trying to see. I don't know. I have some of the schedules. That Adam Sheehan, the DJ Adam Sheehan, we've had him on before. He gave me. When I'm telling you, this guy gives me. Hey, Dom, you want a list of the schedules? I get like 27 schedules of high school football teams, and I can't make this up. And he's a good guy. Then he gives me all the. He gives me all the updates. But one of the schedules, I'm just going to run through the schedule fast that has to pertain to us. Let me see if I can find the Fian schedule, or team that's kind of closer to us. Somerset is one. Well, it's not too close, but Durfee's playing Somerset Berkeley. That's going to be an interesting game. Let me see. Other teams, New Bedford's at Middleborough next week. That's actually they actually had a bye last week. So.
Oh, no, I actually meant to bring up. Did you see the Mansfield versus North Attleboro game yesterday? Like
Mansfield, North Attleboro. No, I was just reading it on Twitter.
Yeah, North Attleboro was winning it was either 14-0 or 14-7 at halftime, I believe. And then the Mansfield team came back and won it by, I think it was overtime they won.
In overtime, yeah.
Yeah, I believe it was 31-29 because they used that new rule of 4 plays from the 10 with no kicking. And then Mansfield converted on their 2-point conversion, and North Attleboro didn't. So it was actually a nail-biter ending. It was crazy.
That's incredible.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, that's why, like Catherine was saying, that's why it was considered probably the game of the week. And Mansfield's another great football program in the South Shore. They've always have good numbers. They do, I mean, one of the things they used to say, as my mind, there goes a squirrel now, I'm getting distracted again, is what type of cross-training do they do in the off-season? Is the wrong type of muscle enhancers. I mean, people are so jealous. At one time, all they used to worry about is, like the Brockton kids. Oh, are they maintaining a C average? You know what I mean, to compete in high school football. Because you figure Brockton has 4,800 kids that go to school. How can all these football players still have great grades and stay in the football team? That was. But now it's coming down to what type of multiple supplements you take or anything like that. And I don't know. I used to eat a lot of cheeseburgers. That was my problem.
No, I think the big thing for high school football now is creatine. A lot of players are
creatine. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. Almost every player on football now hops on creatine.
Wow.
Yeah. There's been, I'd say the last 2 years probably when it kicked in for the big wave. Everyone started carrying around water jugs and taking creatine. And then now we have football teams going off that never were before. So that had some effect.
Interesting.
So for the Fian, here's a remainder. I was able to find the remainder of their schedule. What's today's date? The 18th.
18.
Next week they are
18th.
at St. Mary's, 6 o'clock kickoff. Then they are they are hosting St. Mary's of Lynn at 6. Then October 2nd, they have an afternoon game at 1 o'clock at the Fian as Archbishop Williams comes in. Then they're away the next two. These are some big schools. Then they on the 8th, there I go with me stuttering, the 8th, October 8th, I apologize. They will go to Arlington, 7 p.m. The 15th of October, they Cardinal Spellman. 7 o'clock, then they play Bishop Fenwick because they're in that new Central Catholic Conference. And they finish up on Thanksgiving against the Stang at 10 a.m. So I guarantee you will not see that many Bishop Fian. Well, now they do the. Are they? I forgot to inquire about this. Are they still doing the 7 games, and then the playoffs start before Thanksgiving?
I'm pretty sure they are, actually. So I think that
Right.
that's like one of the games that's a hybrid of a playoff and a regular season game, if I remember correctly. But
Yep.
I'm not fully sure.
Let's see. Ducks. We talked a little bit about Duxbury. They have just beat Situate. Oh, they have another big game. They're hosting Franklin at 7.
Dang,
That might be the game of the week that week. That should be 2 undefeateds.
Franklin.
Yeah, Franklin, team that just beat up on Brockton 37-7.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good game.
That's going to be a good game. Let me see. Apponequet Young, Marshfield is in the middle. I think they beat Methuen, then they play BC High. So this all comes down to all these smaller towns playing these bigger towns. Is this new power ranking thing they put together? You know what I mean?
I've actually not heard of that. What is it now?
So what they do is you get so many points, and you get power ranked by the state on your strength of schedule. It's the dumbest thing I ever saw.
Yeah, I've never heard of that before. I didn't know they even implemented that.
Oh yeah, because every time someone we shoot the breeze on Twitter or Messenger, like, gotta love those power rankings. Gotta love it. You know what I mean? You gotta love those power rankings. In Brockton, they didn't care at all because all they did was play Division I schools.
Yeah.
Just the way it was. I mean, you have 4,800 kids. How can you be considered Division III?
No,
Right?
exactly.
So for the Panthers and Coach Patello, his next game is at Rockland. He goes back in the schedule. Host Hingham, away at Silver Lake, away at Marshfield. That's a big game. Host Plymouth North. They go to Duxbury, and then they finish the season on Thanksgiving in Abington. And Abington is another big town. They won again. They beat Apponequet. The Apponequet Lakers from Lakeville. So Abington is still really good. Again, I thought Cohasset was going to be a little bit more. One of the sleepers, I think, in this, if you talk a little bit about the Patriot League, is the Norwell Clippers. They won again, too. I think they're going to be a sleeping giant in there. But how are we doing on break, sir? I was
going
shut
to
up?
finish that, but we got
All
a break coming up right now.
All right, so here we go. We'll step away one more time. You're listening to 4 Deep Sports Talk here, and then on a free form Saturday. Myself and the guys will be back with more right after this.
Welcome back to 4 Deep Sports Talk. This is Joe Dez with Justin Ferreira, the Sportsmaster, Dominic Damiano, Lucy Cabral, and Catherine Conley, a.k.a. KC. It is a free-form Saturday right now. We will continue on with the free-form.
All right, so who wants to go? I'm looking at this list. I'm trying to find the remainder of the North Attleboro schedule. I know it's here. I just saw it a minute ago. If I go any faster, I'm going to end up with Carpal Tunnel.
It's got to be there somewhere.
I know. I just saw it. So who else can we think about? So we talked off here. I'm sorry, I messed up your mic. We talked off here. We're going to try to finish by getting Coach Bruschi on, which we said a couple times already, and hopefully we get that finalized. That'd be cool. I'm trying to get Coach Pacheco, the new coach over Bridgewater Raynham. Yeah, that would be cool. Get his. Do we have any other new coaches over at the Fan?
I'm trying to think. There may be a couple, and I can look deeper into that. I can try getting them on the show if you want me to.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Get their story out there, and then we can try to get get a better schedule going as far as getting these guys in. Where was it? I know I saw it somewhere. I apologize for not having it ready to go. I'll blame Justin. He's a sports master.
Me?
Yep, we'll just blame Justin.
I'm the sports master, not the sports blamer.
Uh-oh.
Wow. Well, yeah, he's right there. He's right again. Oh boy, I'm gonna tell Adam. How come you couldn't put this in alphabetical order? All right, here we go.
Oh, you found it?
I did. So Attleboro, they just lost the fee, and they go to New Bedford next week. 7 o'clock kickoff. They host Milford back in the division. They go to King Philip, 7 o'clock kickoff. They host Mansfield, 7 p.m. They host Franklin. They go to Taunton on the end of October, 7 p.m. And then they have their Thanksgiving Day, the battle, Turkey Day rights on Thanksgiving on the 25th. For North Attleboro, let me see. They played Mansfield. They go to they're at King Philip, 7 o'clock. They have Canton and Foxborough the 1st and the 15th of October, 7 o'clock kickoffs. And then they finish the season on the road at Oliver Ames, 7 p.m., and at Stoughton, and then at Attleboro. They could definitely. So, Joe, you went to the North Attleboro game, right?
I wasn't actually at the North Attleboro game, but I did see a good amount of videos from it.
How about you were at the Attleboro game?
Yeah, I was at the Attleboro versus Bishop Feehan game.
Did Attleboro, now, in your opinion, I know you're a Feehan fan,
Yeah.
did Attleboro show any life to compete?
No, I wish I could say, but they were shut out.
Is that what he said? He caught himself.
No, there you could tell that the team did put in effort and everything,
Yeah.
but Feehan just was too strong to really combat it. It wasn't like AHS just rolled over and quit. They were putting their heart into the game.
Good.
They just could not compete against Feehan in that stage.
Was Feehan the bigger team as far as body-wise?
Honestly, no. AHS was much bigger than them, but
Really?
Feehan was a lot quicker and a lot more skilled as well it was in the end.
Nice.
Yeah, they had the big difference, I think, was Feehan's O-line has a combination of speed and size and
Yeah.
strength, while AHS's line kind of mostly has strength and size instead of the speed to go with it.
Yeah, that's what Franklin had. They had speed and size on their offensive line. So I'll just reach out to the Taunton team. They are at Middleborough on next weekend. Then they go to King Philip. No, I'm sorry. The at Middle host King Philip, at Franklin. Then they have Oliver Ames at home, at Mansfield. And they host Attleboro, which I mentioned before, off the Attleboro record. And then their new Thanksgiving Day rival is Milford. For years it's been Coyle Cassidy, but now that Coyle's no longer around, they had to
Right,
pick a new Thanksgiving Day rival. Thinking of Thanksgiving Day rival. One of probably one of the oldest ones is probably Durfee in New Bedford. That's an old one, right? Attleboro, North Attleboro. That's probably pretty
Yeah, I
old.
was just going to mention that too, yeah.
Somerset, Swansea.
Somerset, Swansea. That's an old rivalry. Duxbury, Marshfield. That's another old one. Not as old as. So probably the Attleboro, North Attleboro is probably one of the oldest ones around.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
I would
what
have
think
to
so.
agree on that.
Yeah, this has been going on for several years.
Right. There's another one that I'm thinking of. I want to say it's Newton North, and playing Newton South or something like that. Because every now and then, and these headphones are going. Thank God I'm not. What's that disease you have or that condition you have where you lose your equilibrium?
Oh,
Vertigo.
Yeah,
I feel like I have vertigo right now because my one ear's talking, and all of a sudden the other headset comes on. So I'm hearing somebody else. I swear to God.
Oh, no.
I'm looking and that's what I'm hearing in my headset.
Oh, boy.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Another long rivalry, Franklin and King Philip. That might actually come down to a playoff implication.
Yeah, that'd be a good game.
That should be a great game. And the other team we keep on forgetting is right down Route 123. They're undefeated, the Norton Lancers. So they're pretty good. They're 2-0 playing out of the Tri-Valley. Severian Brothers, they just keep on doing with all the other big schools as far as competition. Every team on their schedule is Division 1. There's not one Division II on their record. They just beat up on Brockton. They go to Lawrence. Of course, BC High, Malton Catholic, St. John's, Shrewsbury, Catholic Memorial in their Thanksgiving Day Ryle is the Prep of St. John's. So that's a pretty heavy schedule there. But I'm trying to think of Martha's Vineyard in Nantucket. That's another long Thanksgiving Day arrival. And I'm not looking forward to freezing my off watching Bridgewater, Raynham, and Brockton go at it because they're two young teams. Okay, but it's going to be fun. I just got to make sure I put extra socks on, some cocoa, maybe put some something to keep me awake in the cocoa.
A little hot toddy.
Right.
So are you umpiring this fall season?
No, they asked me. I'm supposed to do game 1 of the Taunton City Championship between the East and the West. We've done it for the last 5 years here at WARA, and they want me to umpire game 1, and I didn't think it was fair because we were going to do the first rec season championship we were going to do was Attleboro. That didn't happen. Then we're going to go to Freetown Lakeville. Then we're going to Middleborough. Then we're going to go to East Bridgewater again. Then we're going to finish up at Taunton. So I said to myself, why would I just pick one town when those other towns didn't get the love?
Right.
You know what I mean? Plus, it's less equipment I have to lug around.
Right.
So that's kind of So I hope I answered your question. I am gonna probably do the game Monday, and that'll be it over. Season's done, and then I can try to worry about or try to get the word out for kids in high school and college that want to make some good summer money that love baseball.
Sure.
And as long as they don't mind going down to the Taunton, Lakeville, Freetown area and umping and being part of the guys, because I'm looking at our list now, and I have 40 guys on my roster, and a lot of the guys have coaches. I coach other teams like AAU teams, and some of them have are college kids, but they don't want to be bothered with the hassle umpiring. They don't want to be yelled at a parent. They don't want to be looked the wrong way, So instead of the 40 guys working, and I count, for whatever reason, 15 games coming out, I counted everybody's game. I only had 23 guys that had 15 games or more, and that's not that much. Considering those 23 guys, they have lives. They want to do something in their summer, So now you're missing a couple more guys.
Yeah.
So you're lucky if you had enough to get it done, But I'm going to try. Actually, I'm going to probably give something to Joe that he can give to the kids.
Whoa,
To the-
Joe
I could find
umpiring?
Yeah. But if I
Yeah,
want
you
guys,
do it?
right? If they got guys that want to, help out, because I'm hoping to get 5 of those guys back that are freshmen now that are in the Taunton, Bridgewater, Raynham area that are umping. If I can get some other guys, say the Fian, Attleboro, North Attleboro, that want to get out of their city and make some money.
Yeah,
Right, that'll make it
absolutely.
stronger, and then I'll have more. It's not that I want to pick on the guys that kind of abuse the system, but if I have guys that really want to work, because what happens is you use this software. Everybody uses it's called Arbiter Sports,
Right, right.
and I have to pay
Oh.
$8 a piece.
Is that the same software that who were we talking to at the golf course last week? He was an umpire.
Oh
Is
yeah,
that Manny's
Manny Del Carmen's father.
Yeah.
He's one of our umpires.
Oh, he is.
But he's coming from Dedham, and unfortunately, his phone magically doesn't listen to my ringtone when I call him to see if he wants to work. And then when I saw him, not to pick on him, but he does a strong accent. He's like, well, Dominic, I know hear your phone. I'm busy. And I'll just call me. Just tell me to shut up. I'll get the idea. Because don't ghost me. I have another girl. I have enough ex-girlfriends that used to ghost me. I don't need, you know what I mean? Oh yeah. So we'll see. Hopefully that's just good. I'm trying.
It's
I
really
want. I
nice,
really
but-
want to try to find a way to get the word out there, so some kids that want to make some good part-time money.
Definitely.
I could find some kids for sure, no doubt. Dom,
Yeah.
I could do that easily.
I mean, even if you're
It's
not
great
a,
experience.
it is, and it's $60 a game for
Oh
the
my
rec.
gosh.
I mean, the biggest thing we ask you is that you're a subcontractor for these leagues. You go to the meetings. We go over not too much. We'll go over what's going on. La da da da. I want to try to bring back the scholarship. We used to do like a $500 scholarship. I want to bring. We had guys write essays on why they believe they deserve to get the money for the scholarship. So I thought that would be pretty cool to bring something like that back.
Yeah, it'd be really cool. That'd be
Definitely.
a nice way to do it.
Definitely.
And then I had to come up on the annual fee. Their dues of $70 used to be 60, but now the national office in Colorado is saying, because we're a national organization, we're just a charter. So they said your insurance is going to go up. So I have to allow for their insurance, and I have to allow for the pay for arbiter, because that'll cost
okay.
money. Then any money else I get, I just buy hats, and they buy some hats. I'll try to buy some T-shirts and stuff, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Another part-time job, I think, probably. But the guy who started it years ago, he was like a father to me, so he got me into that, and I thought it'd be cool to keep it going,
Yeah, no, it's a really cool thing to do for that guy. It's like,
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun if you like. You don't even have to like baseball, as long as you don't mind getting out and. Well, you got to like baseball, but I mean, if you don't mind getting out there and hustling and knowing where to be in position, and you got to know the rules and stuff like that.
Yeah.
How are we doing, sir?
we have no breaks coming. I just had to move it away. I realized that.
Oh,
No,
I knew that. I didn't know if we were getting ready. How are we doing on the gray time? What's that clock say? Under the green.
The gray time right now it says 12:54:45.
All right, so that's actually that's actually our real time.
Right?
Yeah, it's 6 minutes left. All right, so now I'm done rambling. You guys got to give me some ideas. We already talked about getting Coach Furtado back in. I'm trying to get. Oh, that's the other thing. I'm trying to get the Quincy coach and the boys soccer coach. They're undefeated. Joe's working on Coach Brewski for girls volleyball. So you three guys have to come up with somebody.
Okay.
So this is what you do. You call the athletic director. You look for a team you want. You call them and you say, "Hi, this is the Catherine Conlon, a.k.a. KC." So let's get that straight first. Now, and then you can either call them or email them, or you know what I mean? And just say, "We would love to promote your program. This is when we're on. Can you please get back to me? Bring in yourself and a coach, and you can educate us on what's going on." You guys don't look like you're interested at all.
Yeah, I am, and I think I'm in the daze.
Can you do that, though? Can you call? You got North Attleboro,
Yes.
right? So you got to find a new coach in North Attleboro, and you have what school you and you got Seekonk and Swansea. Oh, there was a track star that we wanted to get on,
No.
right?
Yes and no. What's happening with both of those towns is they have another, what do they call it? It's another broadcasting,
Inside the school,
not inside the school.
they hired another company.
To video
Their games.
their games.
Someone's making money.
Yeah, because all the moms and dads out there that can't see their kid play on the field that particular day.
Yeah, they wanna see it.
This company records it. They charge everybody.
Oh, that's the
10 bucks.
national high school football
Yeah,
thing.
there you go.
So what they do
It's
is they
not
put a
only
stupid
football.
remote camera out, not as good as these ones, and it just follows them back and forth like this.
Exactly.
And they pay outrageous money, and supposedly the money goes back into the school.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Oh yeah,
but it doesn't.
and no one does play-by-play.
Really?
No.
Nope.
So
they
there's
just
no audio at all.
There
Just
you
the
go.
video.
So
And
Yeah, they go like this.
the person that used to do play-by-play,
Yeah.
who actually was featured in on the Herald News in,
Yep.
in Fall River, so he's out of a job, and so I was thinking about getting him and the other broadcaster because
Yeah.
he used to do all the shows
Yeah.
for Swansea.
you should get them in here for sure. That's crazy.
Didn't we have them on before?
We had one of them on, Tyler.
We had Tyler and his partner on. I think we had Tyler on
Brendan?
twice. Yeah,
We had them both here?
I think so.
Okay.
No, we had three. We had before we got the year, we had Tyler originally, right? Then we had him and an older gentleman who had a hat on.
Oh, yeah,
He came in,
yeah.
and then one of the guys, the younger kid, that's in high school, he called in. Yeah, he called in.
Okay. So I could get
can't believe I
him
remembered that.
physically in the studio, Brendan.
Well, you can
'Cause
set that
now
up.
He's not doing anything.
But even if we could just reach, if there's any way you could just reach out to the athletic directors and say, hey, we'd like to highlight your program, and pick a program. Just pick a program that it's either they got my philosophy. It's either a new coach or an older coach.
Yep.
Doesn't matter if they stink or
And
whatever.
kids.
And kids.
Really need to
And then we can throw them in the program. Then by then, I'll probably be undefeated in flag football. So we can talk to Coach Dom and the Cowboy flag football team from East Bridgewater. I almost said that with a straight face. I couldn't look at you, and I couldn't look at you. All right, so that's it, right? We're ready?
Yeah, Dom, we gotta have you in the studio with the big Super Bowl trophy Dom, after you guys win that.
It's going to look like this. It's going to look like my cell phone. Like that.
That tiny.
Yeah.
Right? It's going to be that. It's going to have a cowboy symbol on it. That would be funny if it was big. All right, we want to thank everybody for listening. We apologize with our original guest, But if you're listening and you have a youth program or you're in a high school program and you would want us to highlight your program, please reach out to any of us. All our information is on our website at 4D, all one word, FOUR4, deepsportstalk.com for Luce Cabral, Catherine Conley, the belated birthday girl, a.k.a. Casey, the sportsmaster, Justin Ferreira, and doing a fantastic job on the board, Joe DeVerns. What's his street name again?
Joe Des.
Joe Des. I got to get that down.
Love that, Joe Des.
I was going to say something, but I'm not saying it. I'm Dominic Damiano. We will catch you next time. Everyone have a fantastic and safe weekend.